Oh, through political correctness, we can see life as it may be. That world hidden from you and me. I just laugh and start to sing. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it's infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Oh, that Game of Thrones is what they play. A house of cards just day by day. Voters lose in every way. It's just like I always say. Oh, it's sideshow, infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Yeah. Chucklehouse Harris has quite the past. And Willie Brown was all up in that. And yes, I know that's censorship at its best. And it's all a joke, and I'm just laughing last. Oh, it's sideshow, infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. The most trusted puppet in media. Oh, it's me. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific method you're using. It's requiring additional entertainment. You're reading what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't have the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it. You know, you can give this knowledge you put honestly just have done things which nobody's never done before. Yeah, but your scientists were so real. You've learned nothing good things, or things you should.
Well, it's about that time where we talk about what we learned today. What we learned is that candy corn continues to be the main factor that divides the nation. Now, listen, you can talk about your red, you can talk about your blue, but we all know what is true. Yes, I'm a poet and I know it. But what really is true is that it's candy corn. Candy corn is really what divides us. When here are the facts. There are probably no other pieces of candy that really, I would say, exemplify the season than a single piece of candy corn. Reason why that piece of candy corn, that single piece of candy corn is the heart and soul of the Halloween season? Well, because of the disagreements that it brings. In fact, I said earlier, the people asked me, is it the end times? And I said, it quite possibly. And I tell you what, you ask some people, the Antichrist is already here in the form of candy corn. But outside of that, it is a Halloween special. Like I said, celebrating 3 years with the Professor Deep Cut Dave. Talked a lot about the Headless Horseman, which goes back to the 1800s in terms of the story. Did you know that? Washington Irving and all that jazz? Right. We also talked about, what else did we talk about? Yes, Halloween specials. Well, Halloween specials are great. I mean, I'm a big fan of The Great Pumpkin. The reason why is because, like I said to Dave, that the Great Pumpkin just ages like a nice fine wine. And you know what? If you take someone to a pumpkin patch and the Great Pumpkin doesn't show up, they'll sue. I mean, that's true. Restitution is, I believe, what Sally said. And you know what? Who can blame him? Shout out, of course, to a couple of people. Shout out to Kalix. Shout out to Crypto Alchemical. Big M. Alchemical. Crypto Alchemist. Crypto Alchemist. It's Chad is joining us as well. Dead Man. What's going on, Chad? Setting the standard, raising the bar, closing out a show here, like I do every single Saturday morning. Make sure if you're a fan or you're part of Toy Mercs, it's Splatter Day. We are all Toy Mercs. Shout out, of course, to Skydro Walker. Make sure you use the code Skydro, that's SKYDRO, at extremesets.com. Oh, man. Well, you know how I feel about pets. And you know what? I can't say it. I just can't. I can't say it. Well, I tell you what, black cats. You know what? Black cats, they're not, listen, they're not as bad luck as people want to say they are. They're just not. So that's all I need to say. Yeah, the black cats are not as bad. That's what I was talking about, Dead Man. It's about the black cats. Oh, yeah, Big M. Let's see. Shout out to Gigashock as well. We have Keelan is here too. Like I said, we're closing out the show. And it has been a great show, a Halloween show. The clips are going to be all over social media of the segments of the show. If you missed all of the music segments, well, I don't know what to tell you, except that you need to download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the show live on the segments that you don't see me. You know, because there is still a show that's happening. You know, there's a show after this one. Lasher Man is here. Sir Philosopher is here. In fact, Sir Philosopher is coming up in just a few moments too. You know what he's going to do? He's going to bring in the mixtapes. Going to set the standard and raise the bar with mixtapes. Harrison Hammond asks, when are you going live again? Be live next week at 9:11-ish a.m. 9:11-ish a.m. on WDCE 90.1 FM. Follow me all over social media. That's at Sam Newsman, all over social media. And you know what? We'll do some lives and stuff during this week. I mean, we only got, 10 days until the election? 10 days. Well, just because the election happens doesn't mean that we're going to get a winner. Because, yeah, you guys, wait, what? That's right. You guys still think your vote counts. Oh well. Listen. Give me a shout out all over social media. Shoot a text to me, DM me, do whatever. I'll shout back to you. Next week, we're going to be playing cartoon themes again. Make sure you come around here, setting the standard and raising the bar here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. Citizen Germ coming in just a few moments, radio only. Make sure you're tuning in, WDCE.net, or once again, download the Live 365 app. Setting the standard and raising the bar, the only way a real media puppet knows how to do. Broadcasting live from the beautiful sunny campus here at the University of Richmond, you're listening to WDCE 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.